PlayStation 5 revealed a new controller, let's discuss.
Winner take all. Oh dude, this is pretty sweet.
Thank you everybody, and thank you so much for joining me for another gaming news video. Now let's just jump into this reveal immediately. Sony finally gave us something to talk about that was not based on rumors or speculation, and I am glad that they came out with this reveal, because I feared that if they did not give us something to talk about soon, they might become what VHS was to Betamax.
What's Betamax?
Exactly. What's VHS?
They revealed their new DualSense controller, and the name is not the only change that they made. So let's dive a little bit deeper and take a look at all the changes Sony made. Now like I said, they will no longer be calling it a DualShock controller. When it comes to the design and the new features, Sony did have the following to say. We had a great opportunity with PlayStation 5 to innovate by offering our game creators the ability to explore how they can heighten that feeling of immersion through our new controller. This is why we adapted the feedback, which adds a variety of powerful sensations you feel when you play, such as the grittiness of driving a car through mud, Sony said. We also incorporated adaptive triggers into L2 R2 buttons of DualSense, so you can truly feel the tension of your actions, like drawing a bow to shoot an arrow. So let's just take a little bit of a closer look to these features. Now like I said, they will have haptic feedback and adaptive triggers that is built into the L2 R2 buttons, something that has been a great feature on the Xbox controller for years now, so I am glad to see that we will be getting that feature with Sony as well. But when it comes to those adaptive triggers, Sony did have the following to say. With the adaptive triggers, we had to consider how the components would fit into the hardware without giving it a bulky feel. Our design team worked closely with the hardware engineers to fit the triggers. The designers were able to draw the lines of how the exterior of the controller would look and feel, with a challenge of making the controller feel smaller than it really looks. In the end, we've changed the angle of the hand triggers and were also able to make subtle updates to the grip. We also took thoughtful consideration into ways to maintain a strong battery life for the DualSense rechargeable battery and to lessen the weight of the controller as much as possible with the new features that were added. As you can see, the design is clearly different, but it also has a different shape. There is a little bit of a more rounder or sharper look to it, and it can fit into your hand much more comfortably. Sony did say that the controller is bigger, so they can fit more features into it. And now they also have a two-tone black and white color scheme, and since this is the official reveal by Sony, I'm going to assume that this color scheme will be the standard. Usually they have a black standard, and then later on with special editions you will see the white. They also have a light bar that forms around the touchpad, and that touchpad will still be a prominent feature. Now the share button will also now be called the create button, although I'm not sure yet what features that will entail. The thumbsticks will be in the same position. Personally, I've always been more of a fan of the thumbsticks on the Xbox controller. Also, there will be no AA battery support, it will be completely rechargeable. They will have a new array microphone built in, so you will no longer need a headset, although they did say that a headset will be ideal for those longer gameplay sessions. Now Jim Ryan, the president and CEO of Sony, said that the DualShock marks a radical departure from our previous controller, offering and capturing just how strongly we feel about making a generational leap with PlayStation 5. The new controller, along with many innovative features in PlayStation 5, will be transformative for games, continuing our mission at PlayStation to push the boundaries of playing now and in the future. To the PlayStation community, I truly want to thank you for sharing this exciting journey with us as we head towards PlayStation 5 launch this holiday season 2020. We look forward to sharing more information about the PlayStation 5, including the console design, in the coming months. But overall it does look very interesting. There is not a lot more that we know about the controller or the features at this point, so we will have to wait for more information. They definitely do have my attention, and I am curious to see what else they will have to offer. Hopefully we will be getting a full review of the console soon. But on that note, this is where I'm going to end it. So thank you so much for joining me. Please remember to stay safe, and I hope to see you again soon.